Hi everybody, Paul Kiska, Fox 8 News on this Sunday afternoon. Thank you for joining us on our Facebook live page. What you're looking at are glass coolers at a Cleveland deli shattered with bullets, with gunfire. Look at this, very frightening situation out here on Cleveland's west side. Glass everywhere from the coolers that were shot up during an attempted robbery at 10 o'clock this morning. Now this happened at the Clark Delicatessen, the Clark Deli at West 73rd and Clark Avenue, again on Cleveland's west side. Look at this. Thank goodness the owner was not injured or killed in this robbery. There he is right now behind the counter. Hopefully he'll talk with us, and we'll have that interview tonight at 10 p.m. on Fox 8 News. So again, thank you for joining us. This is the deli. Again, it's on West 73rd and Clark. So about 10 o'clock this morning, let's see, it's a quarter afternoon now, so 2 hours and 15 minutes ago, two men, here's the intersection where it happened. There were a lot of police here. They have since cleared the scene. The owner told me that two men entered his deli around 10 this morning. They were concealing their faces with hooded sweatshirts here in Cleveland, Ohio. They were concealing their faces with sweatshirts, with hooded sweatshirts, and the only thing showing were their eyes, so he was already suspicious. Then one of the men pulled out a handgun and aimed it at him, and then tried to get him to open the cash register. That's when this man, the owner, an elderly man who's owned this deli since 1980, pulled out his gun and then shot at the two suspects. He got off some bullet shots. The suspects were not hit by the bullets. They took off running. I'm sure they were scared that their robbery didn't go so well. Thanks to the owner. There it is. So the two suspects did get away. Not much of the description since they were wearing hooded sweatshirts. Now, for those of you just joining us, let's recap. We're at the popular Clark Deli at West 73rd and Clark Avenue. That's why it's the Clark Deli. Been here, this owner has owned it since 1980. A very kind, gentle, elderly man who wants to retire. But here's what happened. He says two men wearing hooded sweatshirts, concealing their faces. All he could see were their eyes. Around 10 o'clock this morning, they came in. One man pulled a gun, tried to go over there to the cash register and get the owner to open it. And instead of that, the owner had a gun on himself, and the owner shot at the suspects with his gun before they could get off any shots. And he did not hit them, but he did shatter glass here at one of his coolers where the bullets entered. Oh, there's the bullet hole. Let's see if I can get you a shot of that somehow. Oh, there it is, right before the freezer temperature. There's one of the bullet holes right there in the cooler where the owner shot at the suspects. The suspects were not hit by any bullets. They took off running from the store, and the owner was not hurt, but he was extremely shaken up. Told me he was scared for his life today. And there you see one of the bullet shots he got off, so he defended himself. There were a lot of Cleveland police out here. Just look at how this cooler is shattered from the bullets. And Cleveland police were out here, a lot of police, detectives, taking a report, investigating. There was no surveillance video. There is a camera, but the owner tells me he did not get surveillance video. He is back open already. How about that? Just 2 hours later, after two people tried to rob him at gunpoint, and he shot back at them, they took off running scared, like little cowards, he said, and he's reopened. Now here's another twist to this story, here at the Clark Deli. So this guy has owned this deli since 1980, many decades. And just 2 weeks ago, he was also robbed by another man, not the same people, a different description. That guy pulled a gun on him and tried to rob him. And for some reason, the man got a little scared and took off running. So again, that time the owner was okay as well. So again, we're at the Clark Deli, West 73rd and Clark. where two men tried to rob this place at gunpoint around 10 o'clock this morning. The owner got off his own gunshot with his own gun, blasted at the would-be robbers, and as you can see, he shattered his own coolers in the process. The men took off running. They were not hit by the bullets. The owner was not injured, but very shaken up. Let's show you one of the bullet holes. You can see it, kind of see it right there. There it is, next to those red markings below the freezer temperature. There you see one of the bullet holes in the shattered glass where the bullet went through. Again, the owner is okay. He was not hurt, but just a frightening situation. And this deli is normally busy on a Sunday morning. You can get a lot of stuff here, a lot of food. And there's the deli, milk and pop and pizza. So anyhow, he's very popular, well known in the area by everyone that lives around here. They told us he's an extremely nice guy. He's been here for decades. They all know him around here. Just a shame, but fortunately he's okay. Beverly knows Mike. It says you ought to retire. Robbie says good for him. Sent says it's not worth your life. Okay, Joe. Joe says too bad they missed. Or he missed. Steve says awesome for the owner. Nicole sends her love. Maurice, again, this is at West 73rd and Clark Avenue on Cleveland's west side, where there was an attempted robbery by two men concealing their faces this morning. They tried to rob the elderly owner who pulled his own gun on them, who had a gun, shot at them. You can see the cooler is just blasted away and shattered by the bullet the owner got off. It missed the men at point blank range. They tried to get him to open up the cash register. That's when he pulled out his gun. The two men took off, he says, like cowards, and ran for their lives. He scared them. Cleveland police showed up and are investigating. They had a lot of detectives out here. Just 2 weeks ago, this same owner was robbed at gunpoint, but he was lucky he wasn't hurt that day too. He's been here since 1980, and he's not ready to retire. He remains open at his deli, his popular deli, here on the west side. So we're going to have much more on this story coming up on Fox 8 News at 10 o'clock tonight. Val says, thank God he was okay. So Mariana says, good job to the owner. So a lot of good comments coming in for the owner. Mary says, good for the owner as well. Jay says he has known Mike for 30-some years. Yeah, he goes by the nickname of Mike. Linda says, glad the owner is okay. Hope the others are caught, that's for sure. So there you go. We're going to wrap this up. We got a lot of viewers, but we appreciate your time. We appreciate you checking in. Jason says, bless the owner. Again, Nancy, West 73rd and Clark Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, the west side. The owner shot at two robbery suspects this morning. Well, John says, too much crime in Cleveland. Linda, West 73rd and Clark on the west side. West 73rd and Clark at the Clark Deli, a very popular place that's been here for decades. So there you go. So thank you very much for watching on our Facebook Live page. We'll have much more on Fox 8 News at 10 p.m. tonight on Channel 8. This is Paul Kiska, Fox 8 News.